Hello, beautifully polished. It is Wednesday training. I'm super excited today. I'm going to give people a minute or so to hop on in case you're at your lunch hours, and then I'm going to go ahead and get started, you guys. It's a good day, good week. We're almost to the end of the week here, the end of the month, I should say, which is always fun and exciting with lots of exciting things this past month. So today's training, you guys, is on, hi Jeannie, is on balance. Gosh, this is a word that is not new to us, right? Oh my gosh. We hear about it in every aspect of our lives. You know, we have to find balance with work and family. We have to find balance between your kids and your husband. You have to find balance between time spent with each kid. You have to find balance in the different food groups and what you eat. You have to find balance with your work life, your family, and your social life. Every part of our life involves balance. So how do you feel your balance is between your work and your family life? Does your family tell you you're always on the phone? Does your family tell you you're always doing Color Street things? Are you always working? Do you feel out of whack and unbalanced? So if you answered yes to these questions, hey Kim, if you answer yes to these questions, you may wonder, well, how do we achieve perfect balance, right? Between work and your family life and your social life. I'm here today to tell you that there's no, I do not have a magic answer. There is no perfect answer to this, you guys. I wish there was, but there just truly isn't. And I think even if you have balance at some point, hey, Teresa, in your life, it doesn't mean it's always going to stay. I think it's a work in progress. I think some days are different than others, and some months, some years. I think it's something that will continually ebb and flow. So really my main focus is always working at it and how to get better. It does get off kilter. Right now, you know, with my son graduating, I have school deadlines, college deadlines, cutoffs, all these dates thrown in front of me that have been my priority. I'm not dropping my business for that, but I just have to block my calendar and the things that I'm doing differently right now in order to fit in what is a big priority in our lives right now. So let's talk about the definition of balance. When you're living with balance in your life, you're living with peace and harmony every day. Isn't that a perfect world, right? Balance comes in physical forms, emotional forms, and spiritual forms. Being in balance may mean something different to every person, but that's part of our emotional balance, is that we all kind of have a different definition of it. So, okay, there's no perfect way. I'm just telling you guys right now, no perfect way to find balance. I wish there was, but there's not. I'm not perfect at it. But I'm going to share with you guys some things that I do that you might already be doing, or this may help you. So first thing is decide to do work that you love. I'm assuming all of us, you know, this is a Color Street talk, obviously. So obviously we're all doing Color Street. So I hope that is something that you love. For me, it's a huge passion of mine. So what does it mean when you find a job that you love? Well, my gosh, you've got to think about so many people out there many people work long, hard hours in jobs that they don't like in order to make more money for things that they don't really need, only to impress people that they don't like. Well, that surely is not the ideal job that I want to have. So I love my job. I love Color Street. Are there things about it that frustrate me? Of course. But on a daily basis, I absolutely love what I do. I can't even tell you the different things it's done for my life that just make me get really excited and make me want to turn and do it again. Like these trainings, I love doing these trainings. I love researching the topics. I love researching the answers. I love putting it into action. It's become a huge passion of mine. So each week when I get to work on this, I just get so excited. And who would have thought that from selling nail polish? So it's still selling nail polish, but it's just a different thing I get to do within the job. So there are so many things that I love about our job. So that's number one to find balance, is obviously do something that you love. Number two, wake up early and get your day started, you guys. I know for some people that's really hard, but if you can get up early, whether it's an hour earlier before your kids, an hour earlier before, you know, everything starts at your house, before you go to your other job, that morning time is quiet time where it's too early for people to be texting and emailing you, so you're not getting distracted. That's my time of day where I work on the creative stuff. I work on writing talks. I work on sending emails, you know, because I can't do the in-person or the, you know, the communication things, because I know people turn the ringers off, but I don't like to message too early. So that time when my house hasn't woke yet, my dog isn't nagging me yet, I love that time. I get very good focused work done. It also means if I can get, let's say, of my 6 things I'm doing each day, 4 or even 2 things out of the way, it means I'm not going to run out of time at the end of the day. I'd rather have you get up early before the whole family is functioning than the end of the day when now you're tapping into your family time, your social time, your relaxation time. Evenings are just crazy. You're trying to prepare dinner. Your people are coming home. So I'd rather have you get up early, start your day early, so you don't have to do that at the end of the night. So if you are not an early person and you're not doing that, I would recommend trying it, you guys, and just see how it works for you, and then cutting yourself off at the end of the day, which we'll talk about that in a minute. Planning. You guys, you should be planning every week. Plan your work time, your family time, your personal time. Plan all of it. Look at the week ahead. You know, I'm very good at that. I look at my whole week. I see what is where. You know, is it going to be a big, heavy family week? Am I going to go on vacation? Well, then maybe the week before, when it's not going to be so bad, when I know I have to work double time at Color Street to be able to afford to have a heavy family week the next week and cut back on the Color Street. So make sure you're planning everything you have to do of all aspects of your life. Sit down on Sunday, take the time and look at your week and start planning. You know that Friday you have a whole bunch of doctor appointments for yourself and your kids or your family. So you're not going to have much time for Color Street that day. You're not going to have time for your spouse that day. Then where can you fit it in the rest of the week? So plan, plan, plan. When you look at it then, is there room for changes? Can you add some free time in there? When you look at your whole week then, and you kind of have an idea of where the busier days are going to be or less busy, it's going to give you an idea of, okay, how run down am I going to be, or how enjoyable. You know, some weeks are way more enjoyable than others, right? You might have a whole bunch of fun family things or fun things with friends. Maybe you have a bunch of nail bars you're excited about. So it lets you look at that whole week and assess it so you can get mentally prepared for the week you have ahead. And that way you can head off frustrations or anything. And then moving into the next week, you may need to reorganize where your time was spent to help you balance it. So planning helps you see the whole week and gives you that healthy balance that you should have between all of it. And if it's off balance that week, then focus on the next week to shift it and to get things back in balance. So when you're planning, use some form of calendar, you guys, whether it's Outlook or Google Calendar, a paper calendar, the calendar on your phone, I don't care. Whatever it is, use that so you can schedule yourself your times. You know, we talk a lot about calendar blocking, and actually that's our training coming up in a couple of weeks too, for those of you who don't know about it. But calendar blocking is big, you guys. It helps you take chunks of time and know when you know you're not going to work because it's, you know, your kids' music night at church, it's your kids' sporting event, it's date night with your husband, it's church, whatever it is, block that time out. You know you love the training calls, block that time out. So then you've blocked off the things, and now you've set aside and you look and say, well, gosh, I've blocked off, you know, 4 days for different family activities. Now I need to block out some time that I can get some Color Street in. Or, hey, I've blocked out 6 lunches with my friends this week. That's probably a lot. Maybe next week I'm not going to meet with friends quite as much. You know, so every week will be a little bit different, but then if you have it at the beginning of the week, you can lay it out and help you keep on track to keep preparing your weeks. Make an end to your work day. I think I know I struggle with this. So I know you look at me and go, well, you've answered my calls late at night before, because I know, but I'm trying really hard not to. You guys have got to schedule into your workday. All right. People with normal jobs have work 9 to 5. They go home at 5. Maybe they stay sometimes after work and work a little bit late, but they'll balance it out probably by having an appointment or something. We have a job that can be 24 hours a day, you guys. And I know that, I live it. So you have to be able to draw the line at the end of your day. So if you decide the end of your day is 6 o'clock, then you let people know, and you don't respond back to emails, to text, to any of it, all right? I know at the very beginning of this, we were all messaging, the few of us that started, all hours of the night. And, I silent my phone at night so it doesn't keep me up or anything. But sometimes if my kids are gone overnight, a sleepover, then I have to leave it on. So if I'm getting text in the middle of the night, it can be really distracting. But now our job is really in balance. Our job is definitely, we have training, we have the things in place we need. We should not have to message each other in the middle of the night. I got a text last night at 10:45 last night, and I was up working on graduation stuff. And as I'm a customer of mine who I'd already told, she already knew the peonies, nails ended the day before, but she was trying to place her order and wanted to know she could still get it. I was just about to text back, and I caught myself and said, nope, I am not texting a customer back at 10:45 at night, even though that's when she texted me. If she went to a store, it would not be open at that time. I'd already told her the day before when she called me, she had to get it in by that time. So me not responding to her was not going to make or break that she got that nail strip. I did not respond. 1 hour later, I was still up. Yes, I'm working on all my photo boards. 1 hour later, I was still up, and she responded with a question mark, basically saying, are you going to answer my question? I still didn't answer. Now it's 11:45. I should not have to be answering calls at 11:45, but I had to give myself permission to not answer that back. You guys have got to set that standard for yourself. Otherwise, you could literally be answering phone calls, texts, emails 24 hours a day. So if you know your day is going to end at 6, but maybe you know that between 7 and 8, you might take some more calls or something, that's fine. But if you know it's a time, like I stopped taking phone calls on my scheduling link. At that time, my kids came home from school for that hour. I pulled that hour out of my day because they hate when they come home, even though they go up to their rooms. But I can get them a snack. I can be there to ask about their day. If I was on calls, I couldn't do that. So I pulled that hour out of my workday, and that worked really well for my family. So you need to adjust how your work hours, and it may be a work hour here, a work hour there. Maybe you stop between the hours of 4 and 6. It doesn't matter, you guys, but you have to have an end. And you have to tell yourself, I'm not going to respond to anybody after this time. Okay? So my next piece of advice is do life and work at the same time. So this is kind of like passive learning. So I love listening to podcasts and books on tape and different training videos, whether it's our training videos through Color Street or other people on the internet. So I do it when I put earbuds in, I take the dog for a walk. I don't do it as much when I'm cooking because I don't know, I just don't, but you totally could. I do once in a while when I'm cooking. While you're driving in the car, maybe you have another job while you're driving to that job, while you're going around picking up the house or folding laundry. So this way you're enhancing yourself and learning passively while you're getting something else done. So you're kind of killing two birds with the same stone, because it's not like when you're doing these mundane things around the house, like folding laundry or driving, that you need to get other stuff done. So it kind of kills that, gets you work done while you're doing something else. So I would advise trying to figure out when you could work those types of things in your day. Next thing I want you to do, and you're going to say, why is she telling us to put something else on our plates? Find a project or hobby, you guys, something you like to do outside of work, outside of your family, something that brings you joy. Maybe it's teaching yourself to cook. Maybe you love going on Pinterest and just looking for crafts. Whatever it is, it's something that will excite you, that pulls you away from work for a little bit, so that after you do it, you feel really good and you come back to work again and you feel refreshed and you're ready to go. For me, number one is probably scrapbooking. I put it in my schedule. I'll say scrapbook 5 pages. Do I always get it done? No. But I try to do at least, let's say, 5 a week. Get on my calendar at least each week. Right now, I'm in scrapbooking mania because I'm trying to get all this stuff done for graduation. So I've had to schedule it in more right now. But to me, it brings me joy. Otherwise, I could sit on my computer and work all day long, but I can't. I know I can't do that. And my kids and my family may be home, but they all may be doing their own thing. But I still don't want to just sit and work. So I pull myself away by doing that. Something else too for me is exercise. Very few things get in the way of me exercising. I plan it in my day. I know that I have to do it. I mean, I even go to the extent, don't laugh, I had to volunteer at the high school last week, so my day was totally blocked of when I was fitting everything in, volunteer at 7 in the morning, go to the gym, home by 9 or 10, sorry. Well, I got a flat tire on the way to the high school. So I was not going to let it get in the way of my exercising because I had that planned in. So I had to call my daughter out of class, borrow my kid's car, get over to the gym, get home, shower, do a couple work things, and then get back over and take care of my car. I was not going to let it get in the way and change my schedule. So to me, it is the single only place I can honestly tell you that I go in and I have to focus so hard to do what I'm doing in my workout class that I can't let Color Street get in my head. So it's my 1 hour a day that it doesn't cross my mind, because if it does, I forget the flow of my yoga and then I'm screwed up because we don't have a teacher that's up front leading it. And so it keeps me completely focused and no Color Street noise in my head. So that's one thing I'm not willing to bend on. I plan everything around that. And I want you guys to find something that's that important to you, that you're not going to bend, and it's for you. It's something for you that makes you feel good. Another thing, one of the last things, I have a couple more, is working on the weekends. I know this sounds crazy, and I'm not telling you to work all day Saturday and all day Sunday, but if you can get just a little bit of work done on the weekend, again, wake up really early before everybody wakes up because it's the day to sleep in. Get just a little bit of work done. That way, when Monday comes along, you didn't take 2 days off, and now you're playing catch up, and then your whole week is catching up to catch up to catch up. You know, maybe it's going to be sending your customers emails or messages through Messenger, because you're not going to wake them up if it's early. Whatever it is that you do, or maybe it's going to be getting your catalogs ready. But our business also kind of is a weekend business, and that's a great time to do nail bars, great time to check in later with your customers. So whatever time you choose, just a little bit on the weekends. You know, nothing doesn't have to be long, but just to help you find that balance during the week then, so you spread it out a little bit each day. My last thing would be cell phones. Cell phones, I'm not telling you they're the devil, although I feel like sometimes they are. I know we love our cell phones, right? We love everything about them. We love that we can stay connected. We can look anything up any time of the day, anywhere we are. I mean, gosh, I actually, for all you young moms, I sit here and think, I'm so glad I did not have this when I was a young mom, because I have to imagine it's a huge distraction as well as being a young mom, to not do that stuff when your baby's crawling around. So I give you guys a lot of credit for having to deal with social media as being young parents. So just as with being a parent, you've got to set it down. You guys have to set it down for your own balance. You have to, if you're having family dinner, if you are talking with your kids, if you are sitting there with your husband or your boyfriend or significant other, put it down and don't, if someone texts you or emails you, you guys, or you're getting a ding, 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 trust me, my phone dings like crazy sometimes. Don't look at it. Give them your undivided attention, you guys. We want our families to support what we're doing. And every time you pick this up and look at it, you pull away from them. And again, I've done it. Trust me, I have teenagers who are like, you're not even paying attention, because I'm not. If they're talking to me and I'm on this, I half listen, I give them and then I don't remember. You know, our kids are only little this long, and I'm at the realization of that with one about to leave. When they want to talk to you, talk to them. Put this down. When your spouse wants to talk to you, talk to them, put it down. We all are selling nails. There's no such thing as a nail emergency that you have to answer them right then and there. They can wait a little bit, okay? So turn it off, put it away, and be present. All right. And that's going to help you find balance in and of itself right there. So I hope some of these tips help you guys. And my challenge to you is figure out where you're spending your time right now. Do you feel like you are balanced between all the different things that you do? And if you're not feeling balanced, what could you do? How could you change your schedule right now to get it more even kiltered between family and friends and social life and everything else that you have to do? So analyze it, start planning. It's only what day is it? I can't even keep days straight right now. Wednesday. So it's Wednesday. So I'm halfway through the week. It's not too late to sit down and plan the rest of your week and then look into next week if you don't normally do that. And find balance. Spend time with your families, you guys. It's key. You want to be with your families because we're working to provide for our families, right? We're doing things to help ourselves too, but ultimately what we're doing is helping our families, and it's not going to help our families, or it's not even going to help yourself if it's tearing things apart at home. So figure out when and where you can work, how you're going to do it, and find balance between all of it. All right? So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. It's the end of the month. Those of you who are trying to earn the BQ nails, make sure you're at 300. We had awesome, amazing sales with that special with the nails over the weekend. So that was really fun to see. Lots of people out there getting nail bars. Our next team Zoom call is Monday. For those of you who are on this, you're going to hear, I haven't published it, but my son is actually going to be one of our guest speakers. So tune in and you can hear what he has to say now that he has started in a direct sales company as well. So I want you to hear a perspective of direct sales from an 18-year-old. So it'll be super fun. I'm excited. And I hope to see all you guys Monday night then. Have a great weekend, everybody.